Ohakaku aloha. Welcome to Punahon Ganji Buddhist Temple Buddha Day Observance 2022. So today, April 8th, is Buddha's birthday. Buddha Day, we call it. Celebration, commemoration of the founder of Buddhism. On this occasion, I want to share one word with you, one sentence with you. If you can help me to complete the sentence. So I was born to ... What is your, how do you complete the sentence? If somebody asks you this question, why were you born? How do you answer? I was born to. So today, through this observance, let us think about this question and our answers. Could be there is no correct answer. Each person can find, me and you can find our own answers. But let us think about what would my answer will be. I was born to. So as you can see, this is like a lifetime of Shakyamuni Buddha. So as you can see, like a line saying 2,600 years ago, Shakyamuni Buddha was born. Shakyamuni Buddha was born. Shakyamuni Buddha was born as a prince of Shakya clan in India. So this is the day of the Buddha's birthday as a prince. So he had everything as a prince: the servant, place to live, something to eat, clothes. He had everything. However, he also had questions about his life. Why people are fighting each other? Why we do have a feeling of anxieties, worries, anger, jealousy, and also why people are getting old? Why people are getting ill? And why people are getting dying? Those questions he tried to finding answers. However, he couldn't find it. Then after years struggles, finally at the age of 29 years old, what he did was he abandonment of the palace. So he decided, he gave up his position as a prince. If he stayed as a prince in the future, he will become a king and again has a power, everything. However, he gave up his position to finding the answer, liberation from his questions of what is life. And after 6 years practice for meditation or ascetic practice, hurting his body and the mental mind, he tried to finding answers, freed from suffering or struggles, but he couldn't achieve it. After 6 years ascetic practice, he finally decided, I shall sit on the tree, and until I attain enlightenment or liberation, I shall never rise up again. And it is said that on December 8th, he attained enlightenment. He found answers to his question. He became a person being who is no more desire, no more attachment, truly peace, tranquility, happiness in his life. So that was we call it the Bodhi Day. Then after that, for 45 years, turning the wheel of Dharma. So he continued to now preaching. He now wanted to share what he found with people so that other person can also have access to this stage of enlightenment, liberation. And then at the age of 80, Nirvana, he passed away and entered the perfect bliss, the perfect liberation. Finally, even this human body also disappeared. Finally, he attained perfect enlightenment. So this is like a simple, brief life story of the Shakyamuni Buddha. And then today, this is a key point, key word. Yeah, Buddha Day. Buddha Day is again the day when Shakyamuni Buddha was born, about 2,600 years ago. So today we think about why this day is so important. And then other question is, that this day important to me? Again, two questions or ideas today I want to invite you to think about. First, why Buddha's birthday is important. Second is, does that day important to me? Is the day is important to me? So to this idea, I want to ask you to think about. So it's like maybe if I using example, I often say my birthday is January 3rd, 1988. I know, that day, your birthday, it's important day, important to me. But does this my day important to you? It's today my birthday, January 3rd, is important to you. If so, why? So I hope it doesn't give you confusion, but again, Buddha Day, we get to think about it. Then, so it is said that when baby Buddha was born, he can walk and then he can talk. Of course, there is a certain theory and then stories, but it is said, Shakyamuni Buddha said in this way, in the heavens and on earth, I am the only one to be respected, as I bring the true tranquility to all in the struggling worlds. So we can see in the heaven and then on earth, pointing right finger to the heaven and then left finger to the earth. In the world, entire world, I'm the only one to be respected. Sometimes the misunderstandings that, he is so arrogant. He is thinking he was the only one to be respected, to be honored. So this first implies each individual, each person's existence, life is so unique, beautiful, and excellent as it is. We don't have to add anything. When we are born, we are naked. We have nothing. We have nothing. And as we grown up, we learn the possessions, the connections, or money, asset, not housing or car. Of course, it gives us a good appearance or make us feel better or secured or successful. But if we remove everything, no fame, no housing, no social status, if we remove everything, what do you think? What will remain with us? What will be left in us? So in this, Buddha said, whoever you are, even you have money or rich or poor, young and old, whoever you are beautiful. Your life is your existence. There is something who is living in your life. There is something more important than your life, and that is with you. Therefore, your life is shining beautiful as you are. This is the first meaning of the sentence. When Buddha said to be respected, implies every single person is beautiful. Also, as a Buddhism, we get to pay attention to the second line too. As I bring the true tranquility to all in the struggling worlds. Why Buddha is the one to be respected is Buddha is the one bring the true tranquility, bring true happiness, bring true peace, bring true comfort to all in the struggling worlds. Bringing peace to every single person who are struggling in this world. That is therefore Buddha can bring this comfort. Therefore, Buddha said, I shall be the one, honored one. So this is also meaning of not only each person's life is special and beautiful. Also in this sentence, Buddha is saying, I was born to bring happiness to you. Therefore, I shall be the honored one. I'll be the one who can stop this suffering. Yeah. So in this, what we can say is that Buddha was born to alleviating suffering and bringing happiness. If I say in it a short and a simple way, Buddhism or purpose of Buddhism is alleviating suffering, bringing happiness. Yeah? So if we ask ourselves, we know suffering or pains, struggles or obstacles. Yeah? We know it at home or working place or community or country in the world. It can be our personal or that can be your spouse or a family member or friends. We know, of course, we feel happy. We enjoy talking story. We enjoy going to Las Vegas. We enjoy watching movie. We enjoy. But at the same time, we know life is not always about happiness. There is pains, tears, anger, separation, those things too, yeah? So we know we have going through suffering. Therefore, Buddha said, observing my suffering or struggles, pains, Buddha saying, alleviating suffering is my purpose. That also means bringing happiness, yeah? It's kind of both, yeah? Like one coin. Bringing happiness means alleviating suffering. Alleviating suffering means bringing happiness. So that is the intention of the Buddha. Again, alleviating suffering, bringing happiness to you is Buddha's teaching. So Buddha is the original definition is the awakened one. Yeah? Awakened one is the meaning of Buddha. So Buddha is a person, like me and you person. He was just a human being. But he was awakened to what? Yeah, he awakened to the truth of life, truth of a human being, truth of our world. Buddha found like an interdependence. Everything has connection. Everything is interconnected to each other. Yeah? We may think whatever happening here in Hawaii is nothing to do with other countries. But now we know, especially nowadays under Ukraine-Russia conflict, we are hearing gas prices rise up, things getting higher. That is something happening outside of our state or country. But it is affecting our life too. So therefore, we can imagine whatever simple action we do, like a domino, it has an impact. Yeah? Or impermanence, everything is changing. Nothing and nobody can remain forever as it is. Yeah? That is the truth of life. Like today is April. Yeah? Time flies by. April, pretty soon. We'll have a January. Yeah, my birthday, January 3rd. Pretty soon, everything is changing. Yeah? Nothing positive, negative, just as it is. However, when we begin to wish, no, this should remain as it is. Yeah, my health, my family, what I have should remain the same, while it is changing. Yeah. So that again, we can find our cause of difficulty of life here. Impermanence, simply saying everything is changing. But I wish, no, this stays as it is forever, while this is changing. So and also Buddha teaching, if there is a suffering, surely there is a cause of suffering. And then there is a state of mind or way beyond the suffering. And then there are steps we can follow to achieve the true happiness. So in this Buddha teaching truly about the truth, natural. Wherever you go and whatever country you may go, those truth remains as it is. Impermanence, interdependence, our human nature. It is we share as human being, also as our life. So in this, Buddha is the one again, the person or being who is awakened to the truth, therefore can find true comfort and true tranquility because there is no more attachment and then suffering. So also it is said that it could be a simple word, but also the teaching describing us in this area, a man is great, not by birth, but by actions. Yeah. So a man means a human beings. So human being is great, not by birth, not by your family or where you were born, but by actions. Yeah. In other words, your birth or your family name does not define who you are. What defines you is your actions. So of course we have to think about there is a history or reason in India in those days. There were even systems like a certain family or level of the people. So it's like a part of the discrimination system in a way. Now we can call it in that way, discrimination. When you are born into this family, you belong to higher place, higher position status. If you are born to this like a level, you are a slave, or it is said that untouchable. You are the person truly out of a human being. So in that way, when you are born, the birth is already a birth decides your life, our life. When you are born, it's everything's like determined. Everything is set. Your work, your marriage, or your life is already set in stone by only birth. But Shakyamuni Buddha realized it's not true. Human beings should not be judged by your birth, but by your actions. Yeah, with whatever family or social status you may have or possess in your family or blood, it does not define you. Yeah, even if you are rich person, have everything. If you are behaving so selfishly or hurting others, yeah, the person cannot earn the respect. Yeah, by the action makes you good person or bad person, or action will define who you are. So again, that is we can find that is a Buddha's aspiration and then liberation. Yeah, there are people suffering because I was born into this family, or my male or female, or with handicap or without handicap. Everything was decided by the birth. Yeah? But Buddha saying, no actions. Whoever you are, whatever situation you may be in, we shall respect each other. We shall not discriminate on each other by the distinctions. Yeah? Then now, sadly, so sad, but myself too sad. Still, we do have a same situation. Yeah, our society, our human being. I do have a stink eyes or judgmental eyes. Yeah. We are hearing last year too, we are hearing the Black Lives Matter or Asian hate, now Russian hate. We do have those situations. Unfortunately, we human being hasn't changed there. There is something we share over the centuries. Even Buddha's teaching was over 2,000 years ago. Still, teaching is vivid and then shining. Yeah, or Buddhism teaching or truth will be there forever. Yeah, as long as human beings are there, because we have those nature. Yeah. So again, this is a Buddha's in a way aspiration, truly wishing, working, determined to liberate all beings from suffering caused by our judgmental level or our human limited perception. So again, therefore, Buddha was born is alleviating suffering and then bringing happiness. So today again, we get to think about that. We may say, alleviating suffering. Well, yeah, we said that, I know we were going through pain, struggles, difficulties. We know, but that is life, yeah? So what do you want to do? Bringing happiness? I'm fine, thank you. I enjoy my life. I have a once a week, our friends getting together, drinking, eating. I enjoy my life. Could be I'm not rich. I'm not like have everything, but I have things I truly appreciate or needing. I think my life is fulfilled. Yeah. Some people may say in that way. I think that is wonderful if we can say in that way. I understand my pains and then tears. That is life. But also I enjoy my life. Yeah. Also, it's a good, wonderful thing if a person can say in that way. But also we get to think about it. Buddha is an awakened one to the truth. Yeah. So from the perspective in Buddha's eyes, what do I look like? How do I look like? That is a point of view. Yeah. Buddhism teaching us not to see myself or ourselves through my eyes, but through Buddha's eyes. How do I look like? Yeah, that is a point of view. Because again, our eyes designed to see outside here. Our eyes not designed to see inside of us. Yeah? Appearance, we can use our mirror, makeup, or combing our hair, or removing hair. Yeah? We can see outside. But inside of us, our mind and then heart, our life, not easy to see who we are. Yeah? So therefore, don't you think you do have any experience? Somebody told you something which makes you upset. And then sometimes it's like something you don't want to admit, or you don't want to let people know it. But somebody point out, you're something wrong. Don't you think we feel upset, uncomfortable? Yeah? It's because something we don't want to admit, or something's a truth about ourselves. But sometimes the truth can be so harsh, we don't want to accept it. But truth is there. Yeah? So think about do you like going to see a doctor, like a checkup? And then when you go to see a doctor, it could be you sitting in front of the doctor. And there could be ask a question, blood test, and then seeing a number. Who will be so happy looking at the number or score result of the blood test? You like it looking at the number? Or who will be feel in a way worried about or concerned about this number? The doctor tells you this number looks good. This not bad. You have to work on it. Yeah? So that is a result. Number is truth about ourselves. But why we have a reluctant or why do we have a hesitancy? I don't want to see it. Yeah? Because it's a truth, but we don't want to admit it as something bad about me. We are afraid to see the truth, but that is a truth. Yeah? And if we did in a similar way, Buddhism teaching something truth about me, we may not be aware of it. We think, I know it, but like a doctor, professional can find out something there is behind your something, there is something. Doctor can help you to identify it. So we can think about which we may choose. To have a doctor who tells you what is wrong with you and then help you to treat it. Or another doctor who never tells you what is wrong with you. Just say, although knowing there is something wrong, just saying, oh, it's okay, good. No, it's okay. You're so good, just be careful. Which doctor do we want to see as our primal doctor? And again, truth is there, so Buddha teaching us to identify our life. Therefore, Our founder Shinran Shoni is the one. Our founder Shinran Shoni said it's true, Shakyamuni Buddha was born to alleviate the suffering and bringing happiness. And then there Buddha's teaching. So Shakyamuni Buddha taught us so many different teachings. Out of that, our founder Shinran Shonin chose, selected, guided by his teachers. He said in this way, Shakyamuni Tathagata appeared in this world solely to teach the ocean-like primal vow of Amida. We an ocean of beings in an evil age of 5 defilements should entrust ourselves to the Tathagata's words of truth. So our founder Shinran Shonin said in this Shakyamuni Buddha Tathagata. Shakyamuni Buddha was born in this world to teach the primal vow of Amida. So you can see the statue of Buddha, Amida Buddha there. So Shinran Shonin said Shakyamuni Buddha was born to teach Buddha's Amida Buddha's wish. That is purpose of Buddha's life. Buddha was born to share Amida Buddha's embrace. Therefore, if the purpose of Shakyamuni Buddha's life is to share Amida Buddha's embrace, then Shinran Shonin guiding us, me, Shinran Shonin, me, you, us, we. What we do is, who are in the life of struggle, pains, we get to entrust ourselves to the Tathagata's words of truth. Yeah. So we can see that like a structure. Shakyamuni Buddha as the awakened one found the truth. When Shakyamuni Buddha with bright eyes of wisdom to see everything as it is. Like, yeah, when you see my life, realize, oh, Satoshi, you are in a danger. You are thinking your life is okay, but you are moving to the cliff. And there is a large gap. You fall into the down below ocean. Satoshi, don't take that path. Don't take that route. Come this way. Otherwise, you continue to suffer. Yeah, that is like a forest. Yeah, if you imagine it's like a large, dark forest. There is no sign or directions. Yeah, we may be so trapped. We may be lost. But if there is somebody, tour guide is there who knows everything. Yeah, we should follow that person. Yeah? Instead of relying on myself with no idea where we are, no knowledge about the camping or hiking or forest. But if we found a person who is guiding us, saying, take this path, follow this path, then you'll never getting lost. So in that way, Shinran Shonin said, we are in the life of the 5 defilements, which means full of pride, ego, attachment, society, human life, so difficult life. In that life, we shall follow words of Shakyamuni Buddha. The Shakyamuni Buddha's words is about Namo Amida Butsu. Yeah? In this life, although there are so many different teachings, Shakyamuni Buddha preaching, take this Amida Buddha's primal vow, which promised, whatever happens in your life, I shall save you from suffering. I shall bring you true peace and happiness. Amida Buddha prepared everything for us. Then we don't have to create or rely on our intention, heart and mind, because our heart and mind is not something we can rely on because it is changing. Instead of that, what do? We truly entrust ourselves to Tathagata's words of truth, which sing Namo Amida Butsu, rely on, take refuge in Amida Buddha. Yeah? Then again, we get to think about, yeah, this is one of my favorite word or poem. It is said, although the umbilical cord is cut, a permanent attachment remains. Yeah. So even today in the world or somewhere, new life, new baby was born. Yeah? it's a birth is a blessing and then wonderful things, yeah, beautiful. But Buddhism teaching us birth is the beginning of everything. Birth is beginning of aging, illness, and then death, yeah. So there is one of my favorite joke is, yeah, there is a doctor, and then this doctor is practicing Buddhism for years. Then, however, after 2 or 3 years working, this doctor was fired. Yeah, so director of the hospital told this person, doctor, hey, you are fired. Yeah, the reason was, as a doctor, the doctor, treating a patient. Yeah. But unfortunately, if a patient passing away, as the doctor, he got to fill out the form. Yeah. He get to fill out the death record, like a patient's name, date of birth, date of death. Yeah, and then in the death record, there is a section saying cause of death. Yeah, cause of death, and every time he put there cause of death as birth. So every time whoever the patient is for cause of death, he put birth. Therefore, the hospital kind of said, you are fired. It's kind of, I don't know if it's a true or not true story, but point is, yeah, cause of death is not cancer or other disease or illness. Yeah? Fundamental cause of death is because we were born. Yeah? Because we were born receiving this blessing of life. In a way, we are assured to going through illness, sickness, aging, meeting with people we don't want to meet, couldn't get what we want, and then a separation from our loved ones. Those things is, everything is promised to us when we receive this life. Yeah? So again, when you were born, somebody told you this kind of thing. When you were a baby, somebody told you, hey, my baby, you were born into this life of suffering, struggle, pains. As you grown up, you went going through up and then down. You are ready for it? What do you think? So if you have a choice to choose, somebody like explain to you, hey, this is something you will going through in your life, working place, this and then that, in your family, this and then that. Are you sure you want to come to this human life? If we ask ourselves, what do you think? If you think about your life up until now, I'm sure we went through so many things, yeah? Of course, again, happy, peaceful, joyful, laughing memories, yeah? Also, we know tears, anger, despair, hopelessness, so many things we went through, yeah? If we look back, do you think if you had a choice, what do you think? So again, this is a question about the Buddha saying, birth is so beautiful, wonderful, but that is also the beginning of suffering or attachment. Yeah? Therefore, Shakyamuni Buddha is appeared or be with us. Don't worry. Indeed, our life is so full of difficulties or struggles and pains. But don't worry. I shall be your guidance. Let me help you. Let be with you. Let my teaching, Buddha Dharma, be with you. Because life is already so difficult in the beginning. Therefore, I cannot let you go alone. Take refuge in me. That is a teaching of Shakyamuni Buddha, and then our founder chose it. Out of that, essence is Namo Amida Butsu, Amida Buddha's primal vow. Compassion, wisdom as our guidance and then refuge. Therefore, our life will be swayed by that way, this way, no ending yet. But we can receive the assurance and then comfort in Amida Buddha's embrace, practiced for us, meditated for us, contemplated for us. Why? because Amida Buddha's wish is alleviating suffering, bringing happiness to every single person. And that wish is expressed as what is Namo Amida Butsu. Buddha calling to us, say my name Satoshi Namo Amida Butsu. Recite my name Namo Amida Butsu. No matter where you are, whatever feeling, emotion, situation you may be, Namo Amida Butsu. That is it occurs into our life when we are touched by Buddha's wish calling to us, come as you are. Then our hands are placed together in Gassho, and then Namo Amida Butsu comes out from our mouth as a connection or exposed to this Buddha's calling voice. Then this also another my favorite word. Yeah, it said that there is somebody who has tears of joy for my birth, and it gives me a reason to live. Yeah. So there is somebody who has tears of joy for my birth. It gives me a reason to live. Yeah. So we are human beings basically alone, lonely. Even we may have a spouse or friends or getting together, this my life is a life which only I can live. I'm only in charge of it. Yeah? Of course, we can help each other, supporting each other. But yeah, we cannot tell another person, hey, today, can you take a nap for me? We cannot say in that, today, can you today brush my teeth? Can you brush my teeth for me? Yeah. We are the one who have to take care of our life. Yeah. So it also means our human life too. We are the only one who are responsible for it. Yeah. But although we are truly alone or lonely or truly by ourselves, but therefore there is a person who had tears of joy. Can you imagine if your parents are alive? Ask your parents, yeah? What was your reaction when I was born? Yeah? Some may say I was crying or I couldn't be there due to work. Well, of course I could be there as different situation stories, yeah? Of course we know that there are some stories, there are some child or baby whose parents couldn't take care of them. So it could be they may say, I don't have such a person who has tears of joy. But there was one being or one person who had tears of joy for my birth for you. That is, again, we call it Namo Amida Butsu. Amida Buddha, even before you were born, before I was born, Amida Buddha has been wishing for us, your life, truly I'll be with you. Whatever happens in your life, this Namo Amida Butsu's compassion, wisdom, truly calling to us, come as you are. I shall accept you, embrace you. I shall never ever let you go alone. There's a Buddha, tears of joy. Welcome to this world. And I'm sure this life will bring you not only happiness, also tears and then struggles. But don't worry, this Namo Amida Butsu will be the one together with you. Could be when you are born physically by yourself. But when you live your life, you are no longer alone. Truly, Namo Amida Butsu is with you. And then when we take our last breath, yeah? When we die, when we are born, we were alone physically. But when we are dying, our founder Shinna Shoni sharing with me. When we die, it's never you are alone. You are in the embrace of Amida Buddha's compassion, which promising when the moment occurs, indeed Amida Buddha embraced me. In that connection occurs, we are assured to be born into the Pure Land. No more suffering, truly be born into the Pure Land. Meeting again with our loved ones, and then return to this world of defilements. to help people who left behind so that they can also encounter the joy, liberation from suffering. So also Buddha has a tears of, in a way, compassion, yeah? Observing my life. Amida Buddha has a tears of concern, worries, observing my life. Satoshi, I know life is difficult. I know you know that we human beings have a desire, attachment, but you are now truly behaving so selfishly. You don't know the truth. Yeah? Buddha is so sad. So Amida Buddha saying, come as you are me, does not mean justify my life or I got like excuse. Yeah, Buddha said, Amida Buddha saves me so I can do whatever I want to do. Not in that way. Yeah? When we realize, yeah, this person had a tears of joy for my birth. And this person now having tears of pity or compassion, suffering because of me. Yeah, if I notice there is somebody who has tears for my life, it guiding us to have a reflection. Yeah? Of course, I have to be honest. When I was teenager, I noticed my mother or my father had tears of pity or compassion caring for me, yeah? But that tears is something I didn't appreciate it. It makes me so irritated or annoying me. Why? I don't need it. Don't worry about me. Yeah? But somewhere, I was yearning. Yeah? I was asking help. Please help me. I need help, but I reject their helping hand or I behaving so badly, made them cry and then put them into difficult situation. I didn't realize I need it, but I couldn't accept it there. So sometimes it may take time, but Amida Buddha never gave up. Amida Buddha had no idea to give up on my life. Because, why? Yeah? Amida Buddha was born to be with me. Amida Buddha was born to embrace me. Amida Buddha was born to guide me. Yeah? Therefore, there is no reason, yeah, Amida Buddha give up because, hey, Satoshi, you are my purpose. You are my everything. How could I give up on you? Again, that guiding us to have a person who thinks of us more than we do for ourselves. Yeah? That guiding us, indeed, life is so many things we are experiencing, but yeah, life is beautiful. When we encounter this Buddha's embrace, true and real, calling voice, open your eyes, Satoshi, awaken to true yourself, awaken to the truth of life. And then my eyes, again, designed to see only in the way I want to see. I cannot see the light. I cannot see the truth. But therefore, Namo Amida Butsu is our guidance, calling to us, come as you are. Take refuge in me, Amida. Yeah? Then such a joy we are receiving. Then to me, this sentence, yeah, I was born to myself. Yeah, I can say so many ways, but I will say I was born to be embraced by Amida Buddha. Yeah, I was born to be embraced by Amida Buddha. Then that is my fulfillment. Still, I'm going through struggles, pains, and then sometimes small argument with my spouse. And then still, I'm not perfect. I'm still living a life without knowing, hurting other people with my words or behavior. Truly, it's a sad nature. But at the same time, therefore, Amida Buddha guiding us, take refuge in me, that guiding me, have a reflection upon my life and live my life guided by this Buddha's compassion and wisdom. So again, today, as we are observing our Punahonganji's Buddha Day Service 2022, again, as I mentioned here, two things we get to today before until midnight, we get to think about. First is, truly, Shakyamuni Buddha's birthday is so important. Think about why it is important, why we observe, why we celebrate, why we honor. And second is, then what does that mean to me? What does Buddha's birth means to me? Why Buddhism is important to me? Then the answer is, of course, up to each person, but we get to what we have to remember is, Shakyamuni Buddha was born to teach the Amida Buddha's embrace to me, to you. Then Buddha saying, I was born to share this joy with you. Then we get to receive or have a connection with a purpose. If there is somebody saying, I was born to be with you, then of course we'll think about, I didn't ask you. I'm sorry, I don't need it. But if that is a calling voice from the true and real enlightenment, that is we get to continue to listen to the teachings, because that is Buddha's voice, the calling voice from the realm of enlightenment, calling to us, Satoshi, encounter this true and real. Then when we are touched by it, the endless joy, comfort, assurance occurs in our life. Then that's guiding me to say, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Then as a conclusion, let us recite the name of Amida Buddha together. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namando, Namando, Namando. Happy Buddha Day.